Well, hello there, guys. I'm doing a new game mode with all the crew. We've got Comrade Luxembourg here, we've got Tank of Doom, we've got Tomatow, and we're actually going to try to defend these trenches as the Germans against the Russian hordes. Of course, at this time, these are not yet Bolsheviks. This is during the time of the Tsar, World War I, of course. So we're just going to do our absolute best. What can I say? I'm going to go ahead and start bringing some heavy infantry on. It looks like my men are actually going out almost seemingly on their own. Everybody seems to go ahead and push forward, and this is a very interesting game mode. So I've never actually played it before, I must say. But basically the idea is we need to defend against a massive assault. I'm going to go ahead and send my troops over here and get them on the front of the trench. Alright, so as you can see in this game mode, we actually face the enemy AI. You don't actually face enemy players. We were really trying to figure that out for quite a while, and we finally figured out, yeah, that's not the way to do things. Now, this is a Granatenwerfer. I'd really like some actual Meinwerfer gas here. That would be awesome, but we might not have the ability to get it, and if not, I'm going to get a machine gun. So that's what I'm going to do here, and hold on, guys. We're gonna get MGs and mortars, I say. Oh wait, I'm not supposed to have that accent. We're Germans. Geht's MG, Maschinengewehr, ja? Und der mortischen Fleischer. I have no idea what it's called. But anyway, we really need them. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and get that. Time to get fucked up the ass in the non-fun way, goodness. I try to keep things family friendly, but Comrade Luxembourg really ruins it. In a good way, I guess. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and see how we get all those men in the trenches. What are these guys doing? Smoking a cigarette outside? I mean, come on, guys. Let's get our asses in. Same with my guys. Gotta go ahead and get them up. I'm gonna find where my machine gun is, and I'm gonna go ahead and defend this sector. I'm gonna sort of basically create a second trench line back here, and I'll move my machine gun up to basically, oh, I gotta stop saying basically, Jesus. We're gonna go ahead and put him inside this area. I think we can put him there. I'm not sure if it can actually provide, I think it can provide a pretty good firing location. We'll do this for the Kaiser! And I'm not sure how much we're actually going to record. The guy that came in with us, he was really nice, and unfortunately it was 4 of us, so he could not play, and I felt really bad having to tell him that he couldn't play, but sorry guys. Hopefully he'll be able to still watch the video, and he basically told us that within 10 minutes of this mode, it becomes utter and complete hell. It's unwinnable, so I want to see just how right he is. I think we can hold out for a really long time, to be honest with you. I think we're good enough, but I might just get totally proven wrong, which will make this video that much funnier. Wave 1. Oh boy. Here we go. This is not going to be good, and look, my machine gewehr is all the way back here. That is not effective firing. You know, this is because my corporal told me this in military school. He says to me, he says, you cannot fire a machine gewehr if there is something in the way. I think it is very wise, what he says, but it's just me. Anyway, it looks like we also have, does somebody have a gun here? What the, I don't know what's going on. That's actually me, I think. It's gotta be. No, it's not, but somebody's trying to get that gun out. Probably a good idea, and I totally forgot that we'd have enemies attacking from the west as well. But let's see how the battle starts. Wave 2. Wow. Okay, so we've got 2 waves coming at us right now. So far, nothing too serious. The guy that, like I said, told us about this said things get a lot harder. And we've actually still got some guys here that are basically trying to hold out against the enemy here. Actually, it's Panzer this one. It's Tank of Doom. It's Tank of Doom holding out against the enemy. That's amazing. Really good job, Tank. Alright, here we go, guys. The battle commences. They've reached the trench line. These Russians are trying to break in, of course. Fire, men, fire! Don't stop shooting! Schießen! Oh, we've got a commander out here outside of the trench. That's not good. I'm going to go ahead and try to bring in some gas guns. I really want to bring in the gas. I know, I'm evil. But I think we actually have to wait a bit for the gas. The gas! Yeah, it is not time yet. We have to be patient. Oh no, we can bring it. Beautiful. So we're going to bring the gas up, and I want to make sure we put it in a position where the enemy's going to be attacking pretty heavily. So something like right here. We know that there are a ton of enemies coming in through here, and our men are doing their best to hold them back. And that's what happens to guys outside of trenches. They get killed very, very quickly. We can actually see the shots hitting the berm over here, the trench line, and that's saving these men from certain death. My frames, that's alright, Tom. Our frames are good, so everything will be just fine. Let's go ahead and, once again, I'm going to just put this guy right up here. We're still going to get over here and see what happens. Wow, we've got somebody decided to get out of the trench, and I believe this is Comrade Luxembourg, and try to fire one of those machine guns, just basically handheld like Rambo. And for sure, these guns back at this time, you could not hold them and fire them. Your hands would be extremely badly burned. But he's gonna go for it anyway. Props to him, man. Props to him. Okay, so there we go. Our mustard gas is being fired, and definitely hitting some enemy units. There we go, let's see, and there we go. Beautiful. We're actually popping the gas over here, and we can see we are actually killing some Cossacks here. The AI is led by Samuel Rybkin, of course, and we've got a lot more troops on the way here, but that gas is killing the enemy terribly. I mean, it's absolutely beautiful. Let's go over here. Alright, gas is still being fired. We've got a lot of enemies approaching over here from the north, but they have to go through this nasty swamp, and that doesn't make things easy. I think it's probably time to go ahead and try to focus on maybe getting some tanks, even an LK2, but you know what, right now, let's just focus on infantry, right guys? Sturm Pioneer are really great troops. Let me get some of those. Comrade, move your stuff. Yes, he's got a lot of stuff over on the right. Alright, here we go. More enemy attacks. They refuse to attack. I mean, just imagine the terror of World War I. It's exactly what it was like. You know, these constant trench attacks that seemed just totally hopeless. And the enemy's still going to try to break through, or the animals in this particular case, because we are fighting the evil Russians, which of course in this time we considered Untermenschen. Of course, we know Russians are actually just really great people that drink a lot of vodka. But anyway, that aside, we're going to continue watching here, and loving the gas. I really am. I'm loving this gas. It's absolutely sending the enemy back. I think I might invest in another gas artillery piece here. Let's take a look, make sure the enemy's not getting any tanks. I don't like the fact that they're taking these trenches. So actually what I think I'll do is get some Jaegers and some riflemen. And I'm actually going to go ahead and grab them and move them up to the right side over here. I can only hope that they're going to actually be useful, because I'm not even sure if I should have gotten them. I really would have preferred to get one of those really cool gas mortars, but this might actually be more helpful to us, so I'm going to send those guys into battle. Look at all the Deutsche! It's wonderful. Wunderbar. And we will keep moving over here. We're still watching the battle, and actually it looks like Tank is out here trying to get some kills. I don't know what he's dropped. Oh, that's great! Tank! I think it's Tank. And it looks like his armored car is just being surrounded by Russians as they try to figure out what do we do here with this thing. They're very confused, and this might work out to our benefit. Okay, we've actually got some Russians behind the lines. I don't like that at all. We've got to be very careful. And it looks like, actually, look at that. It's a Russian armored vehicle. That is not something we want behind our lines. To get rid of that armored vehicle. I don't believe I have anything to get rid of it. I do just have a ton of infantry prepared for the next assault, and we're doing pretty well. I don't actually know how long we've been playing. I haven't been keeping count, but the guy said that after 10 minutes we would be crushed, so I'm curious to see whether or not he's correct. Alright, beautiful. I've got these guys here. I'm going to go ahead and move them up to to this trench line. It looks like this trench line is getting a little weak. Family's gonna be ashamed. I'm guessing his family is Russian. But here we go. We're moving up. There we go. Continuing to fire the gas. The gas. Let's see what's going on over here on this trench that we just filled. Looks like we're getting a few shots off. I think I want to put these guys in a better position. At least some of them. Whoa! Some nasty attacks there by the enemy. We've got our Jaegers trying to fire back here. Definitely some enemies to kill. Great shooting there by the Jaegers. And I think they can hold out for here for quite a while. But that was definitely a nasty shot. It looks like most of them got back up on their feet, though. Just a flesh wound. Just a flesh wound. Alright, here we go. Tanks bringing on some tanks. Or actually, no, this is Comrade Luxembourg. Really going heavy on those tanks. And apparently I just unlocked that achievement, too. So that's also fun. Looks like finally our guys here in the front are getting some action. Let's see what the Russians are advancing with. We're going to look at things from the Russian perspective. I always like to look at things from other people's perspectives, especially in games. And right now I wouldn't want to be a Russian. It looks pretty hectic over here. They are getting in the trenches, though, and that's not a good sign. So it's about time that we go ahead and grab another one of those wonderful, wonderful mustard gas things. So let's go ahead and grab that. Mustard gas mortars. Bring that up. Was that... Did I grab it? Where the... It's weird. Alright, there we go. And I'm going to put him back here. It does look like this enemy might overrun us in the trenches on the right pretty soon. So, definitely my responsibility to go ahead and get some more heavy infantry in here. Maybe even some more Jaegers and just keep basically supporting this area, because the last thing we need is that right side to buckle. Remember, we only have one flag. We've got one trench to hold. That's it. Once we stop holding that trench, game over for us. And that is nasty over here on the right side. They're definitely starting to hit us pretty hard. Oh, shit! Look at all those helmets. There's like 5 German helmets that just fell. What the hell is going on? Alright, we're going to have to move these guys here. There's no way they're going to make it to the next area. I hope that we can at least get that mortar up quickly. And another thing I'm really hoping is that we can basically put that mortar in such a place that doesn't get shot by the enemy almost instantly. There we go. Beautiful reactionary fire there. I think Comrade Luxembourg actually has some artillery. And yes, Tom is down to 1 FPS. He's actually slightly slowing down the game right now, but that's okay. It looks just fine to me, to be honest. We're at about 27 frames. Here we go. Wow, those flamethrowers are great. Alright, here we go. But yeah, the Russians are giving us a hard time. I wonder if we combine the gas with the flamethrowers, whether or not this is going to be a good idea. Let's find the gas. Shit! Wow, okay, so the enemy's already firing at us. I'm hoping that we can get some shots off with it. Come on, let's do this. Firing some gas, and this is very close to our lines. So definitely danger close for our men, but I can't think of anything better to do than try to basically gas these guys out. And look at this massacre. Our men are getting shot left and right. Okay, I think Tom is doing a little better now. Okay, that gas is still coming in. Okay, we are getting some lag now, guys. It must be this massive attack. It could also be Tom's connection. I don't want to blame Tom for this. I don't usually get this sort of lag, but this is only wave 7, so hopefully it'll calm down a bit. But I'm still loving this. I hope you guys are too. I hope the lag is not too bad, because I'm absolutely loving this so far. Still 78 minutes to go. There's no way we're going to make it to 78 minutes. I'll go ahead and grab some Sturm Pioneer, or actually, probably not a bad idea for us to get some heavy artillery. Let's grab a mortar. I haven't had a mortar in a long time. Too low down. Okay, these are actually not my men. That is my howitzer. Yep, trying to get there. Doing everything we can to hold the top. I'm going to go ahead and get some Stoßtruppen, some Jaeger, and some Sturmpioneer, and bring them up. Here we go. Wow, a tremendous amount of our men are actually moving towards this trench line to hold it. Really good job by our guys to try and hold this area under any costs. And I'm going to do the same. I'm sending my guys in here. In fact, I'll send them right here. There we go. Very awesome here. Definitely getting shot. This is the wonderful Comrade Luxembourg trying to bring some I guess, competency to this line would be the correct term. And he's doing his best job. He's getting in there with his men, but all of these explosions going on all over the place. Our artillery is finally coming in. That's my arty. And it's finally doing its intended job here. Sadly, I do believe that our good old poison gas engineer is dead. All he did was just give poison gas to the masses. What's wrong with that, right, guys? Let's go ahead and drop some of our guys here. Anybody who's not in the trench is most certainly going to die. More artillery shots there. The enemy's also firing artillery. And wow, yeah, things have gotten pretty crazy so far. I think the guy mentioned wave 10. You're absolutely just screwed. He said 10 minutes, but he may have meant wave 10, because we're at wave 7 right now, and they're not going very well, guys. We're going to pop back here. Yeah, one of our actual gas crews is actually out of service. So there's nobody there. So I'm going to see if we can get some guys there really quickly. There we go. No, I don't want him to move. When Tom leaves, we get 86 frames, so there's definitely an issue there. Apologies about that, guys. Alright, here we go. We're still firing some gas. I really want to fire it in a better direction. I mean, anytime we get on this gas, our guys are immediately taken off. Almost within seconds. The enemy knows just how effective it is. So let's go ahead and try to rush this gas. We're going to rush and grab. Russian gets it. Oh, really the greatest pun ever. Ugh. I'm disgusted with myself. Alright, let's go ahead and take control here. I want to get these guys behind this this area here. And there we go. We're still firing off gas. We need to keep shooting that gas. We can't stop. Beautiful. Beautiful that gas is burning them up. Well, not so much burning them up, but suffocating them all. This is not a pretty picture, guys. Let's be honest. Alright, here we are. Wow. Let's hope not. The more we kill, the less laggy it will become. This is actually true. Okay, here we go. We've got some actual tanks moving up. Beautiful. Well, it might be my turn to go ahead and get some tanks. I think I can actually get a Butte, an MK4, basically. And let's move this thing up. Move everybody up at this point. Wow. Okay, now just incredible what's going on here. Our artillery is still firing, as you can see here, guys. We're definitely blasting away these Russians. But one of the issues is that this tank, I think, is actually damaged now. I definitely saw it get hit. I don't know whether or not the enemy managed to take it out. But another issue is, look at this. The enemy is finally getting some tank units of their own. And I'm not actually sure how effective the Russian tank units are, but I would imagine that they're not bad at all. Thankfully, our gas is still firing away, and that's always good. We're going to keep on shooting that gas as long as we need to get a victory. Boom! We actually just hit. Yes, we did. We just hit the enemy tank. That might have actually been somebody else getting the hit. And I want to take a look over here on the left side, see what our comrades are doing on the left. And, of course, this side is being staffed, I believe, by tank. and mostly tank. We've got a few of our guys here too, but his men are definitely taking a heavy hit here. He's basically got the toughest of the trenches. This is absolutely a tough trench. Tanks aren't moving. I think we all saw one get hit on the video, so it's quite possible that it has been immobilized. There we go. Look at those Russians going down. That gas is still coming. I mean, you can't beat the gas unless they're willing to don gas masks. There's another pun. The Don. Ugh. Unless they're willing to don gas masks, they're really not going to be able to get through here, I don't think. Now, they're taking cover behind that armor, but what these Russians might not know, and it's understandable, this is a Tsarist education system, is that basically gas, you can't just escape it behind being behind a metal container. I mean, it's probably a better idea because maybe you're downwind of the gas, but the best way to escape gas is to get a gas mask. And in this case, the enemy is not learning. Hoss, hoss, hoss. Jawohl. Boom! Alright, heavy hits over here on the side. Let me go ahead. I'm going to bring on some more gas. I'm the gas man, what can I say? I provide the gas. Not the greatest job in the world, but you got to follow orders, guys, right? So many bad jokes can be made. Don't even think about it, guys. Don't even think about it. Okay, we're going to move over here. Armored car is moving. That's good to hear. And let's take a look here. We've also got an LK2. Move this guy up. I'm going to move him over to the right side. And look at that. I mean, already these tanks are doing so much damage. Our heavy tank, the Butte MK2, is already really hitting the enemy for a lot. But we don't want to move up too much. You know, we don't want to get comfortable. So I'm going to move up just enough. You can see the Russian armored car here is pretty screwed as well. But it's just going to get harder and harder. This is how it works. It gets harder and harder until the enemy finally beats us. There we go. Another Russian half-track. Or actually, not a Russian half-track, a Russian version of a tank, or armored car. Okay, it looks like Tom is going crazy. Awesome, man. Tom is going in there with his tank. Tom with the tank attack. Okay, yeah, it is amazing, guys. One thing you have to keep in mind, if anybody is noticing the lag, another reason that there is lag here is that we are playing a humongous battle. This is massive. And we're only actually at about 21 to 20 frames. Excuse me, guys. So it's not actually that bad. And it seems to switch to 35 and 22. And yes, his tank did just flip over and explode. These things do happen, unfortunately, and it does look like the enemy is slowly but surely advancing on us. It started off pretty easy. Now I'm starting to bite my nails a little bit. It really looks like things could take a turn for the worst, to say the least. All right, let's see what's going on over here. Oh, man. Oh yeah, a lot of armored cars out here and tanks. This could turn out pretty well, pretty poorly for us. Alright, let's see, stormtroopers. Again, guys, when you do videos all day, especially when you do videos for this long, your throat just gets parched. And I always make the mistake of not bothering to really address it and get some water. Alright, let's grab this. And I'm going to move my guys over here. Once again, I'm worried about this right side infantry or this right trench line because I feel like we're kind of letting it go to the enemy. We're not paying too much attention to it. We've got a lot of armor here, but as you can see, look at that. One of them just threw an anti-tank grenade on TankofDoom's tank. Or is that Tomatow, sorry, a tank, and also he's stuck in the trench. I think that's actually owned by Panzer des Unheils, or also known as Tank of Doom. So I've got that this artillery piece here, I should say, and that's what we're using to blow up the enemy. And look at that! We can get targets that far away. Look at that, guys. We just took out an artilleryman, all sorts of things here. So the enemy is trying to bring up. Look, oh my goodness, gas guns. Enemy has gas guns. Beware! Alright, I might actually send up a squad of my own men. And I'm actually going to ask them to don their gas masks. Let's go ahead and use item. Put our gas masks on right now. We might as well take precautions. I do believe this actually slightly lowers our accuracy, but if it means we survive and don't get burned, it's a good thing. Alright, our men are actually managing to survive for now, at least. And at least our gas is managing to take out the enemy as well. It's kind of going both ways. Their gas is actually working against them a little bit. Let's grab some riflemen. Stoßtruppen. I like the Stoßtruppen. They're actually pretty reliable. We'll get some anti-tank engineers. Why not? And heavy infantry. And let's go ahead and grab these guys. Get them to the battlefield. It's amazing that we managed to run this, guys. This has been possibly my most epic battle yet. Now we're actually back to 33 frames, so I think it's going to go very, it's going to kind of go up and down depending on how many hordes of enemies are attacking us. Right now things seem to be a little light, but Tomatow's tank is still taking hits, but still managing to hold off the enemy. So I'm going to go ahead, let's get these grenadiers in here. And I'm sending these grenadiers right up to the center. Okay, I'm sending all these troops right up to the center here. Boom! Nasty artillery hit there. Let's make sure that everybody's got their gas mask donned. Of course, unfortunately, as far as I know... Oh, no, you can see them. Yeah, man. You guys gotta put your gas masks on. A few of my guys do not have their gas masks on, so that's my fault. Let me go ahead and put gas masks on. Everybody. Everybody, put your gas masks on. Alright, we're gonna move up. Making an advance. I'm gonna take more control of this trench. Here we go, guys. Our men don't seem... They seem very reluctant to move. And I can't blame these guys. But they have to move, so come on. Oh my goodness. Wave 10. Now this is where he said we were going to get killed. Some of our guys are moving, some aren't. A very odd situation is going on here. It might just be all the tanks in the way. And there are guys right here. And just about everybody has a gas mask. And if they don't, they're dead. It's pretty simple. So I'm going to go ahead. Whoa! What was that? What was that? Alright, we've just lost, actually, one of our guns has stopped firing, one of our gas guns. So we definitely want to bring on some more infantry reinforcements here. The left side is definitely getting a little weaker. We've pulled back, basically. General Hooker of the German army. Alright, actually the left side seems pretty weak, pretty silent, so let's see what's going on up here. I think this is really the main point of contention. Oh! Vicious hit there by enemy artillery, and our gas masks aren't going to save us from a hit like that. I mean, that's just deadly. We'll try to move up here. We know the enemy is moving in. Come on, guys. That's it, fire! These are some brave men. Let's see what else we have here. No. Don't move. I hope they're not going to move. And actually, somebody took over. Was that Tom? Nice, man. Tom took over our mustard gas grenade, or mustard gas mortar, which is awesome. And I'm definitely going to bring in some infantry reinforcements here. Let's bring in some anti-tank engineers. Let's bring in some Jaegers to get some good shots off, some riflemen. And actually, I'll try to bring in a tank, too. So I'm actually going to go all out, guys. Let me get my tank out there first. And I want to put this tank right in the middle. Now we'll grab our men. And off we go into history. Female tanks are much better. So actually, for those of you that don't know, in World War I, there are male and female tanks. The male tanks are the ones that can fire, I guess... I believe, I might be getting the two confused, but one of them essentially can fire only machine guns. The other one can fire only turret guns or turret guns and machine guns. Or, you know, basically a large artillery piece and a machine gun. So, I believe the female ones are the ones that have only machine guns on the sides. They're really great for clearing out infantry, as you can imagine. Not so good against other tanks. And there we go, we got a nasty hit. Oh, Comrade took a nasty shot there. And Tom did too. Tom too. The enemy is getting better for sure. This is not looking good, guys. The enemy is definitely improving their skill here. And one thing I want to do, I want to grab my guys. I want to put those gas masks on because we know they're going to use the gas no matter what. We might as well get prepared. Let's go ahead and grab perhaps some more infantry. Looks like we can't bring anybody else on. That's too bad. Okay, fair enough. We've got more than enough men here. And look at that. Those guys aren't moving up. Let's go ahead and move up to the left side over here. There's just so many of them, I guess. The game figures, well, there's really no need to put these guys in. Come on, let's go. Wow, wow, look at that. Did you guys see how that Russian car went down? Looks like the wheel came off. That was not pretty for the Russians. All right, we're going to put our guys right up here on the front lines. Actually, not necessarily the front lines. Are they still not moving? Looks like not all of them are moving. Alright, here we go. The fight never ends, my boys. We must continue forward. Alright, we're gonna go right here. Watch this left side. Getting bad on the left side, guys. Getting really bad on the left side. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea for us to also try to take that mortar. Anybody could take that mortar. Let's see who's closer to it. Tank. Free gas mortar in front of your trench on left side. Let me take a look at my tank. I want to bring him back, actually, because right now we actually have some enemy units getting behind our lines here. And as you can see, that's causing a lot of problems. So I'm going to see if Tank can find the gas mortar. I'm not sure if he can. Outpost. Nice! We've actually held on for quite a while. Alright, Tom is slowing down the game. No, Tom, we've lost you. I think once we get to wave 15, Tom's going to just fall out of the game. Alright, a lot of Russians over here, guys. Now let's take a look at the Russian perspective. No, 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 no. Well, I guess we could send a heavy tank back here. Would be something they wouldn't expect, right? I think I'm going to put him like about there. Boom! Nice hit. Love to see how many men fell this day. Alright. Russians definitely aren't going to get any closer with that artillery, or with, I should say, with that infantry without artillery. It's just not going to happen. Although, that thing looks like a pretty good candidate to kill infantry. Oh, not if we destroy it first, though. See exactly how long we are going to survive here. I agree, they're definitely getting closer. I'll get an LK2. Luckily, we've still got artillery firing. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea to get more artillery. Alright, awesome. Tank has taken that gas gun. Yes, right now our mini-map is absolute madness, guys. As you can see, we are just... we have so many units right now defending this point. I mean, I would be amazed if the Russians break through, but they're getting close. I mean, we managed to hold them back. Look at that! A guy just got shot in the throat, dropped his machine gun. Too bad. The Cossacks are getting closer, and Cossacks are vicious, of course. If they manage to get in these trenches, there's no telling what could happen. Keep up the fire, boys. Our men are trying to get into the... Look at this. They're actually trying to get into the trench, and they're getting hit as they approach. It's definitely a good idea to get some gas guns out here and drop it on these guys. Let's go ahead and see if we can purchase any artillery. Unfortunately, we can't afford it. And it does look like Tank may have been blown off that gas gun. In fact, he has been. So I'm going to try to take it over. Come on, boys. Vorwärts! And this is my tank. He's actually Tank's doing a great job at keeping the enemy back just by opening fire. Okay, so we may not be able to take back this. Unfortunately, it does look like it is destroyed for good. What will I do? I'll at least try to go ahead and get in here and save my men. I would have really liked to have that cannon, though. There's also one back here. Kaiser, and of course they're shooting through the bushes. Ooh, just got shot in the face, but he's actually fine. It's that German willpower for you. Boom! Nice hit there. And once again, glad he's facing me and Gary Grigsby. Alright, here we go. More Russians on the way, guys. I was thinking we were actually doing very, very well, but they're definitely getting closer. Got some smoke out there, or some gas, I should say. That seems to be working pretty well. And apparently the AI does not know how to stop with the gas. Alright guys, as you can see, we've actually expanded the battle a bit more. We've waited a little longer because we've just been getting attacked constantly, and finally the enemy really is breaking through now. I mean, look at this. Look at these Cossacks. Look at these Russian soldiers preparing to assault us. And this is absolutely amazing. This is actually the one time when Tom is lagging that I didn't mind because it looked beautiful. Just looking at the way these guys are set up. And I'm definitely concerned about what we're going to do here. So I'm going to see here if I have anything else I can use. I do believe I can get a heavy artillery battery, can I? No, I'm going to get an MK4 and see if this works out. It might not work out at all, but we'll see. Okay, here we go. I'm going to move them up here. And as you can see, we have lost most of our men. Just all of us collectively have lost most of our men. Still got a few over here that are starting to shoot. Basically, these are tank crew that are holding the line. The enemy has just decimated us in terms of our number, but we still have a lot of men in the center over here, and that's kind of the trench line we're currently holding. As you can see, look at those Russians advancing. It's absolutely crazy. I'm going to go ahead and grab some troops here, some Sturmpioneer, some heavy infantry, some... I guess we couldn't hurt to have anti-tank engineers, and I'm even going to try and get some Jaegers down here. So let's try that, see how it works, and see if we can go ahead and hold that trench line. So we'll grab these guys, and we're going to move them up here. And look at all those Russians. This is madness. This is Sparta. Alright, a lot of Russians there advancing. Sorry guys for the lag with Tom. Great guy, but he's using a computer from his college actually to currently play, so we're having some issues with the lag. I hope it doesn't bother you guys too much. I still wanted to get this video to you guys because it's just so damn fun to watch. At least for me, it was really fun to participate in. What the hell is that? Whoa! That was amazing. They've blown up our only bunker. So we're going to keep moving up. Here we go. Come on, guys. It's too late to give up now. Keep moving. Here we go. This is really our only chance. Oh, yes, the police we have their support. Dankeschön. Polizei. Keep shooting. There we go. Oh my goodness, I've got a flamethrower here, and he's actually managing to do a lot of damage. Look at that officer, he's just evaporated. Absolutely amazing. These little moments in between actually give us time to reflect on what's going on. So we're still holding back the infantry, but they're definitely getting closer. There's no doubt about that. I don't know how they're going to do against our flamethrower, though, but there we go. They just eliminated all of our infantry here, and that more or less is it for the infantry units. Okay, Russian officer on fire, always a good sign. But look at all of those enemy infantry. There's just a lot here. That gun looks oddly like a PPSH. I don't think it is, but I'd like to know what kind of gun it actually is. Let's get one of our gas grenades, or gas mortars, pardon me. And I'm going to pull him up and see if we can't get a few kills. This better be my gas mortar. Maybe it's over here. Somebody's firing this artillery gun. Ah, it's Panzer des Unheils, Tank of Doom. So we're going to move up, guys. Nasty artillery strike there. Wow, another nasty artillery strike. I'm glad I did not send my men into that. Okay, let me jump in the trench here. Deutschland über alles. I see what they're saying. Deutschland über alles. Deutschland above all. So here we go. We're sending in that unit. It looks like one of our guys is sending a tank in. Probably not a bad idea. I focus mainly just on the infantry and the gas, of course. Love the gas. Let's check out over here. All right, the gas guy's firing, so this is good. Unfortunately, look at that tank. It's not doing very well. It just got taken out. Right now, the enemy artillery is actually causing a tremendous amount of trouble, but we're doing the same to them, as you can see. They're also having some trouble holding on to this area. So we're just going to keep hitting them with gas as much as we can and trying to hold this position. So far, we've lasted a really long time, guys. I'm actually amazed at how long we have lasted. And if we can keep this up, it would just be great. There we go. Is that ours? That is ours. Dankeschön. Go ahead and fire on them. Not that I know of, mate. There we go. We got some smoke in the air. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Glorious smoke. And actually, the artillery might be doing more damage than the smoke, but nonetheless, it's a start. I want to go ahead and hit this enemy machine gunner as well. Beautiful. And the Russians are still having a hell of a time getting up here. Look at all those Russians dead. Ooh! Unbelievable. This is absolute madness. There's no other way to put it. Alright, looks like Tom's gonna have to take off, and I think we could still hold the line. Certainly held off the enemy for a very long time. I actually don't know in total how long we've held them off for. I'm assuming, what, about 30 minutes? This is crazy. So we're going to take a look here and see if we can hold the area. Oh man, this is madness. Okay, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to grab heavy infantry units, riflemen, Jaegers. We've already got a bunch of mustard gas coming in, so we're not going to worry about that anymore. And maybe even an armored vehicle? Should we? Let's indulge. I mean, we're already very close to the end of this battle. And I'm going to bring these guys up here quickly. Beautiful. We've got a lot of cover, but those Russians are advancing. I think that this is getting close to the end for our men. Alright, there we go. The Russians are approaching with tanks. They've also over here. I want to see what's going on. Oh my goodness, I don't want to miss that. Sorry, guys. It looks like their tank right here is getting hit pretty hard by our guys, but he's also managing to take out a bunch of our guys. There we go. Oh, that's beautiful. All of the beautiful gore everywhere. Absolutely great. Over here, as you can see, the Russians are also overrunning us. And wow, they're hitting us hard with our artillery. Another 55 minutes to go. There's no way we're going to be able to get that. Let's go ahead. We'll grab engineers. And we're going to try to plug up those lines. We'll never stop. Never give up, never surrender. Or in this case, never give up and never surrender. Oh, that sounded terrible. My German subscribers are going to leave me in a second for that. Let's go ahead and get a 77mm cannon. Probably not a bad idea. We should have actually gotten it before. And I'm going to bring that up. And look at this. We've got a bunch of artillery coming up here. Whether or not they can get to those trenches before the Russians approach, I don't know. But I certainly hope they can. Get in there, boys. Oh, tremendous amount of artillery coming in right there and just decimating them. We still want to get them in the trench, though. The Russians aren't having such a good time either, but they're doing a lot better than we are at this point of the battle. There we go. Get them. Yes. Yes, use the machine gun. Oh, another unit evaporated. He will not be getting a state funeral. That's quite clear. And that's my fault. I don't usually make that mistake at all. We actually didn't put our gas masks on. Actually, I can maybe blame this on somebody else. Is this mine? No, it is mine. It's definitely my fault. Okay. Don't you love that when you're like, I've made a mistake? No, wait, maybe it's not my mistake. Oh, yeah, it is. I'm going to get I want to get an officer, but I don't think we can afford it. So I'm just going to stay put. And actually, our artillery gun's firing fine from here. In the final moments of this battle, at least, it's doing a pretty good job. I'm going to go ahead and move this infantry up. Right now, what's really crushing us is the amount of enemy artillery. You guys can see just how much the battle has changed since the beginning. I mean, this looked like a really pretty trench line initially. Well, not pretty, but certainly organized. And now, you know, these trenches are in terrible shape. There's blood everywhere. There's broken trenches everywhere. A bunch of enemies all over the place. These trenches are totally flooded. Flooded with dirt. And I'm going to try to move our guys up here. Get even closer to the enemy. We will not surrender. I will not do it. And I'm actually going to try to take this over. It might be damaged, but I'll try anyway. Oh, look at those Russians. Airburst! We've got airburst artillery coming in. That's definitely airburst. You can see it firing down on us. Not fun at all. Oh my goodness, more airbursts. And actually our trenches are keeping us kind of defended for a few seconds. I expected it to wipe out all of my men, but it's kind of only hurting some of them, most of them just getting wounded. But I don't know how long they can hold out. Let's grab armored vehicle over here. I'm going to get the Earhart and the LK2. So I'm actually getting 2 armored vehicles for this fight here. And let's bring them onto the battlefield. Go, boys, go! Same with these guys right here. Get them over here to the trench lines. There we go. We've got an enemy armored car coming in here, or some sort of enemy tank, actually. Yeah, it's actually a Lancaster. Remember, we are facing the Russians, but I'm guessing that they're getting British armaments here. At least that's what it looks like to me. There we go. Dead Lancaster, and we can keep moving forward. How are our men doing? Oh my goodness, we've lost an entire platoon. Everyone is down. Look at that. Ludwig, not you. Shit. Okay, there we go, guys. giving us great machine gun fire, but that's about it. And our Earhart is getting hit pretty hard. Was this name not? No, that can't be possible. Shit, it's a nasty hit. And I'm not sure we even have the armaments capable of taking out this enemy tank. There we go, he's gone. Beautiful. Amazing shot. And yes, that is gas. But somebody just got a great kill. I think that was actually TankofDoom with an artillery attack there on the left. And definitely managed to stop the enemy approach a little bit longer. Just a little bit longer. While we try and consolidate. I believe I still have this gun. Yes, I do. This mortar incredibly is still firing. And this is a 21 centimeter mortar. I mean, that is unbelievable. I'm going to try to hit this unit right here. There we go. That artillery shell should find its target. Boom! Definitely did. And now let's fire at the approaching infantry. It's going to be danger close, but you know what? At this point, we've got to do what we've got to do. I want to go ahead and try to get some more infantry units. Heavy infantry. And we should be able to actually take over this AT gun, the FK-88. Never surrender, keep moving forward, guys. And I'm definitely going to go ahead and get right in front of our trenched line over here, in front of our flag. This is obviously our last line of defense. Deutschland über alles! Now would be a good time to don those gas